Take a look at our tail of the tape here. Kayla Harrison is 5 feet 8 inches tall. Both women weighed in at the limit of 156 pounds. The shorter Larissa Pacheco actually has a reach advantage, and she wants to stay standing here. Lillian Garcia will start us off inside of our PFL cage for our feature bout of the evening.
PFL fans, this is the final fight of the night. It is 3 rounds in the women's lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. She specializes in jiu-jitsu, standing at 5 feet 6 inches tall with an official weigh-in of 156 pounds. In 13 professional bouts, she has a record of 11 victories and 2 defeats, with all 11 victories coming by stoppage, including 7 submissions. Fighting out of Marituba, Brazil, Larissa Pacheco. And her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, she specializes in judo, standing at 5 feet 8 inches tall with an official weigh-in of 156 pounds. Undefeated in 3 professional fights with a record of 3 victories and 0 defeats. She is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist in judo, fighting out of Middletown, Ohio, and representing the United States of America. Here is Kayla Harrison. Your referee in charge, Brian Miner.
Brian Miner will keep order in this cage for our main event. Kayla Harrison in the silver and black, Larissa Pacheco of Brazil in the red trunks. Worth noting, Kayla Harrison, if she wants to get 6 points and be in first place, has to finish this fight inside of 2 minutes and 22 seconds to be better than the Canadian Sarah Kaufman. Big kick there to start things off by Harrison.
And Kayla looks comfortable in her stand-up. That kick was smooth, technically sound.
Her feet are under her, she's moving well.
There's Kaufman watching the action here. Harrison the odds-on favorite, but as we talked about, Kaufman the most experienced woman in our field of lightweights.
Pacheco just landed a nice right hand. Pacheco just landed a nice right hand from the outside. That's where she wants to keep this fight.
And she is a finisher. Only 24 years old. Took her first pro fight when she was 16. A lot of experience for someone that young.
She's got 11 knockouts, 7 submissions. A big overhand left by Kayla.
A kick first and then followed up with that overhand, and it closed the distance effectively. Now can she go to work with that judo, or will she stay standing here? We talked with Kayla about the need to get more cage time, and it's hard to learn while you're fighting in such high-level competition, especially against your most experienced opponent.
I think that's the best time to learn, especially when you have good teammates, like the level of teammates that she has. She's training with Amanda Nunes, you know, 2 division champion in the UFC. She's training, she has a coach in Mike Brown. She's at American Top Team. She's with a bunch of really good MMA fighters down there. I think she's learning a lot, and I think she can affect some of those techniques that she's learned there in this fight.
Pacheco trying to get off the fence there, and Kayla chased her all the way across the cage and put her on the fence on the other side.
Kayla
not going to let her off the hook.
Kayla had the double underhook body lock, and instead of dumping her to the ground, gave it up, but now she completes that takedown.
This is what Pacheco did not want. Pacheco closed the distance when Kayla threw that high kick, and I thought that was a bad choice. You don't want to be tied up with a 2-time judo gold medalist.
Trying to reap that arm back, get into that crucifix position is Kayla Harrison.
Watch for the mount here.
What Pacheco needs to do is
open to be mounted.
Get that
There's
right arm free.
Americana.
She needs to bump her hip and pummel that right arm underneath Kayla's chest so that she can swim to the armpit.
There's
but
the mount.
Kayla moves into the mount, and now that's not going to work anymore.
Nice job by Pacheco, elbow escape. Gets back out of the full mount. North-south position by Kayla now.
I remember earlier we saw Sarah Kaufman in this position with Morgan Freya, but Freya wasn't able to escape the mounted position. It shows the experience that Pacheco has.
That grace period has passed. Even if Kayla finishes now, it'll only be good for second place so far in the lightweight standings. Good job regarding here, getting back at least to the half guard for Larissa Pacheco. Needs an underhook if she wants to get up off the bottom.
Kayla looks like Mike Brown when she's on top. Just like heavy, stays on you, doesn't give you a lot of space.
As you mentioned earlier, Mike Brown is in her corner for this fight, so I would imagine he's teaching her a lot of the tricks of the trade.
He's got a lot of them.
Got a face-up crucifix here. Pacheco taking some shots from that top position for Kayla Harrison. Kayla trying to step to mount again.
Pacheco's looking to get to that leg, I believe. She's trying to set up a leg lock. No, she's trying to get to the butterfly and get back to her feet.
Nice ground and pound there by Kayla Harrison. Hips in, rained down a couple of big heavy punches, and now she'll look to step to mount again. Settles for the half guard instead. "30 seconds left, and now Kayla trying to climb to the back of Larissa Pacheco. Can she get the arm in under the chin?
Pacheco doing a nice job of controlling Harrison's hands and making it difficult for her to climb into a full back mount position.
There it is again, an attempt for that neck. 10 seconds left. Can Larissa Pacheco hang on? We can't see the arm under the neck there. How tight is it?
I don't think she has it.
No solid anchor.
Kayla Harrison, the two-time Olympic judo medalist in the black and silver. Larissa Pacheco of Brazil in the red. You can see the Cageonomics numbers there at the bottom of your screen. Dominant first round for Kayla. There's an overhand left to try and close the distance. The Canadian Sarah Kaufman, currently #1 in our standings, and she will exit at least tonight #1 in the standings.
Pacheco needs to be first. She can't wait and let Kayla throw those shots.
She tried to step in with the right hand. Right to the back of Kayla Harrison goes Pacheco in a scramble.
This is the first time we've seen Kayla in trouble, in a bad position.
And a
Body triangle by Pacheco. Kayla doing a nice job fighting hands and protecting her neck.
Pacheco still all over here.
Now Pacheco's legs, I can't see from where we're sitting, if they're still locked.
Nice by Kayla.
Kayla
Nice
reverses position. Big moment there. First time she's in trouble. Nice ground and pound here from the top. Gets right to work. That's important. Not to just be satisfied with the reversal of position.
Now will Pacheco be able to get back to her feet? That's my next.
Got to open her guard if she wants to get back to her feet. She can't lock herself into that bottom position. Got to get those feet on those hips, create some space, create a scramble, and do so without giving up her back.
Well, Larissa Pacheco throwing strikes from her back. Remember, no elbows at all in the PFL. So those hammer fists are about as good as it's going to get, and we have not seen people really score anything significant with those as of yet in PFL Season 1 or the early goings of Season 2.
Yeah, I mean, you can't generate a lot of power from your back. I have been hit once from being in top position.
Triangle attempt. Pacheco's climbing up into triangle.
But Kayla's doing the right thing. She's sitting up.
She's postured up.
Her head's up. And that makes the hole that Pacheco's trying to close up on that choke much larger, and Kayla can breathe, relax. She's going to either punch her right arm back through or dump her off to the side and pass.
Nice pass there by Kayla Harrison, who now finds herself in side control. Larissa Pacheco needs that underhook and to block the legs as Kayla Harrison will look to improve her position, either stepping over to the mount, or we've seen her go north-south before.
And she does like that crucifix.
And we know Kayla Harrison is elite in the grappling arts as a judo gold medalist, two-time judo gold medalist, but actually 2 of her 3 wins, TKO knockout.
There she's trying to set up that face-up crucifix, step over that near arm of Pacheco and trap it with her legs. And Pacheco would effectively have no way to defend her face.
She'll attempt an Americana here from the top.
And she's also threatening that arm. But Pacheco recognized it, was able to get that elbow back. Pacheco really needs to get that far side underhook. That's the key to escaping this position.
She's about to get mounted again.
And once that mount happens, that underhook is gone.
Smart elbow escapes right away. That's Kayla in the half guard.
And that's when she still needs to go back to that underhook. I can't tell if Kayla's holding onto her wrist on the far side. No, she's not.
If you're tuning in on ESPN2, these small movements from Larissa Pacheco on the bottom that are preventing the mount, it's hugely significant because once Kayla gets to the mount, really, really difficult to negate any of her ground and pound or her top attacks. There's Sarah Kaufman in the locker room watching again.
And that's where Kayla got those 2 TKOs from the mount. So she's effective there. She's got a lot of power.
Here's Pacheco once again in the late part of the round, giving up her back in a desperate attempt to stand up.
Trying to scramble and get to her feet and just didn't get there quick enough before Kayla came down.
Back for round 3 in just a few moments.
Time.
Round 3 action underway here in the PFL cage. Women's lightweights, the presumed favorites in season 2. Kayla Harrison versus Larissa Pacheco in the red.
In that round break, Mike Brown said to Kayla, left hand head offline and run the double. And I agree. I think she can fire that left hand, get right into position. And once she keeps her feet moving, she will finish that double.
That uppercut just missed for Larissa Pacheco, who still feels she's very much in this fight. Dominated in the first 2 rounds. She's going to need a finish here, but has done a great job of avoiding too much damage. She looks fresh. Kayla Harrison's done a lot of work on top and maybe emptying that gas tank a little bit. Remember, 3 fights so far in Kayla's career and an average cage time of only 6 minutes each. So she hasn't really been in this spot in the 3rd round very often.
No, she hasn't. This has been her truest, biggest test. She's been in control most of the time, but that's what Mike Brown was calling for. She looks like she's going to finish the single, and he was right. I mean, Mike Brown knows exactly what he's doing. I've trained a lot with Mike Brown. We did a lot of work together for a couple of his world titles. And man, the eyes that guy has for mixed martial arts, he knows exactly what he's doing.
Pass when you want. Pass when you want.
There he is inside the corner of Kayla Harrison.
Doing great, doing great.
And Randy, I got to feel like it's true desperation mode now for Larissa Pacheco, who knows she's down 2 rounds on the scorecard.
No, she has to make something spectacular happen in this round for sure. I think she's down 2 rounds. But she's done a great job. She's responded in every single position. Actually had Kayla Harrison's back for a moment. I mean, we've not seen Harrison in any trouble in any of her other fights. So she's had a good account of herself here for sure. She's just been out-positioned.
And in the grappling department, out-techniqued. And Kayla's just been in control. We saw Larissa get that back for just a few moments, but was not able to hold it. But every position that Kayla has, she's controlling, she's maintaining.
Slides her knee over to the mount, and Larissa Pacheco rolls to her belly, thinks better of it, and gets caught kind of halfway in the middle. Which way will she go here to try and escape?
This is going to be a tough one with the cage right there. This is a great position. Got good hooks in.
Pacheco's got to go all the way over to her left hip if she wants to get all the way out of here.
And she's got to punch that underhook. I don't understand why she's not punching that underhook from that half guard. The underhook, Pacheco should be punching that right arm under Kayla's left armpit. That's going to keep Kayla off balance. It's going to upset her hips by just driving on those shoulders and pulling her torso to Pacheco's left.
Nice shoulder pressure there from Kayla Harrison. Disrupt the breathing and make Larissa Pacheco address it as she tries to step over to mount. But again, the Brazilian stops the pass.
She's got to open up to stand up.
Inside of 2 minutes left, Larissa Pacheco needs to get back to the feet and make something happen, or at least get on top. Nice ground and pound here for Kayla Harrison. We've seen a couple of these exchanges, Randy, where she lands nicely.
She does. She picks her shots well. She's not flailing away. They're pretty straight, coming down, finding the pockets, finding the holes.
Kayla should face smush her right now, stand up, and just drop big punches. And just disrupt her breathing with the face smush.
That
Pacheco
space
using
right
her
there.
legs well. Oh, triangle again.
Triangle attack.
Got to be careful here.
But right away,
Postured
Kayla
right up. Yep, responded right away.
Very intelligent defense.
And now if Kayla turns her left shoulder forward and puts a little bit of pressure, she's going to pass.
Counting down toward 30 seconds remaining in this fight. And this triangle attempt might be Larissa Pacheco's only hope if she can advance it.
Kayla Good decides to go back inside rather than go around. She's gonna be satisfied with taking the 3 points. She doesn't have the time to finish.
Kayla Harrison takes the back to finish this fight. Back in a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. And the totals are 30-25, 30-27, and 30-27. All for your winner by unanimous decision, earning 3 points in the women's lightweight division, Kayla Harrison.
3 points for Kayla Harrison. Where does that put her in our women's lightweight standings? Sarah Kaufman still alone on top with 6 points. Kayla, Roberta, Bobby Joe, all with 3 for decision victories tonight. The top 4 will advance. Those are your top 4 right now. Caroline Pierce is inside with Kayla Harrison.
Kayla, look, I know from your body language, despite the win, that you're not very satisfied with that. Was Larissa the toughest test you had yet?
No, absolutely. She's a game opponent. You know, she's got a lot of experience. And my hat's off to her because she's a tough lady.
Talk about that round 2 point when she had your back. Did you feel in trouble at any point? I mean, you remained calm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm lucky that I train at the best, gym in the world, American Top Team. My coaches prepared me for everything, including being in bad positions. And, the key is just to stay calm and fight smart, and thankfully we drilled that a lot, so that's what I did.
Well, it's great to see you in here. Congratulations on the win. We know you'll be back next time as well. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Kayla Harrison, back to you, Sean.
Women's MMA history will be made here tonight at the Hulu Theater at Madison Square Garden. Here's our cage muscle tail on the tape. 4-inch leg reach advantage for Kayla Harrison, the 2 seed. Larissa Pacheco, 69-inch reach gives her a 3-inch advantage in the punching exchanges, and I believe that's what she wants to do in this fight, is keep it standing, because a grappling exchange with a 2-time Olympic judo gold medalist, probably not the best idea.
Absolutely correct.
Lillian Garcia gets our final title bout of the evening started.
Fight fans, this is the final championship fight of the night. And it is a history-making bout in the women's lightweight division. This is presented to you by Presidente. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. She is a jiu-jitsu practitioner, standing at 5 feet 6, weighing in officially at 154 pounds. In 16 professional fights, she has a record of 13 victories and 3 defeats, with 12 wins by stoppage. She is the number 4 seed, fighting out of Marituba, Brazil. Here is Larissa Pacheco. Her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. She specializes in judo, standing at 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in officially at 155 pounds. She has an undefeated record of 6-0 and is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. Here is the number 2 seed, fighting out of Middletown, Ohio, Kayla Harrison. Your referee in charge, Mike Beltran.
There's Kayla's mom here. Drove out from Ohio to watch her daughter fight for the World Championship in the Professional Fighters League.
Mike Beltran will monitor the action in our 6th and final title bout. Women's 155-pound history to be made here. Don't forget, Bad Boys for Life, Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, January 17th in theaters. And our final title bout underway. Kayla Harrison in the red, Larissa Pacheco in the black and gray. USA versus Brazil.
Harrison in the southpaw stance.
Pacheco tests out a right hand. That was very successful for her against the smaller Sarah Kaufman in her semifinal bout. Can she find a home for the right hand against Kayla Harrison?
And that is the appropriate tool against the southpaw. Keep throwing that straight right down the middle.
Little clash of the heads there. Maybe a bit of an eye poke there. No stoppage though. Kayla Harrison shakes it off. Throws up a front kick. Body kick caught. And Kayla Harrison presses Larissa Pacheco up against the cage. Pacheco initially framing out the head there of Kayla Harrison, but now a body lock for the 2-time Olympic judo gold medalist. She goes to work with some knees to the legs.
Inside trip, nice inside trip.
Pacheco closes the guard. Content perhaps to just try and control the posture of Kayla Harrison and force a stand-up. Harrison walks through to the cage, starts to set up a little ground and pound. And that's one thing that we've seen very impressive skill set development from Kayla Harrison. It's hard to work effectively from the guard as we've seen, but man, she postures up and throws punches from the top like that one.
And she is very, very strong, very powerful.
Very explosive in these short windows. Larissa Pacheco attempting to negate the offense of Kayla Harrison from the top. Once again, locking her hands around the body of the American. Harrison passes all the way to side control.
Here's Harrison's corner.
Take your time. Knee on belly, knee on belly. Yes, yes. Keep touching, keep touching. Yeah. Yes, good. Yeah, good, good. She's good at going to the mountain. Gonna pressure her. Good.
See Mike Brown and some of the crew there from American Top Team, Kayla Harrison's camp. Larissa Pacheco was able to get at least one half guard back.
Pacheco's got that underhook now. She can start circling towards that underhook, trying to find some elevation and get out from underneath Kayla Harrison.
Big left hands from the top here for Kayla Harrison. Pacheco able to grab the arm, slow down the onslaught. Pacheco attempts to dive in, grab a single leg as a manner of escape.
Pacheco goes to quarters, almost gives up her back. The fence saved her from giving up her back there. Nice little scramble here by Pacheco. She's trying to work to get out from underneath Kayla Harrison.
Her left arm is what stopped her. She needed an underhook on Kayla to maybe sneak underneath and out the back door, but Harrison grabs her own underhook and controls the posture of Larissa Pacheco. 30 seconds coming up on 30 seconds left here in round number 1. The first ever women's lightweight title bout. $1 million and a belt on the line as Kayla Harrison passes to mount with 20 seconds remaining.
Harrison hips down, low mount, vining in. Now she's climbing to high mount. This is going to get worse and worse for Pacheco. She's got to find a way out.
Pacheco hammer fist from the bottom.
A little bit of an armbar attempt it looked like by Harrison.
Back to her feet as Larissa Pacheco as the round closes out. And right back into the fray. Sean O'Connell, Randy Couture, cage side. Larissa Pacheco in the black and gray. Kayla Harrison undefeated still in the red. Successful first round for Kayla Harrison, Randy.
Absolutely. Pacheco landed a couple good shots. Harrison followed through, ran her to the fence, was able to get to the clinch. Inside trip was beautiful, and then very dominant and controlling from the top position.
Nice left hand landed there for Larissa Pacheco. Kayla
Nice
Harrison,
double leg.
big double leg shot. Drives through and forces Larissa Pacheco to her back once again. Kayla Harrison pressing the Brazilian up against the cage right in front of our broadcast position. Back to work Kayla Harrison goes on top, trying to extricate her leg from the guard of Larissa Pacheco. There's her mom, Jeannie. Had a health scare immediately after Thanksgiving. Been in rehab and recovery for a brain aneurysm. The goal was to be healthy enough to get here tonight. And as Kayla told us pre-fight, in their family, a goal set is a goal met. So her mom was able to make it tonight to watch her daughter in the attempt to win a championship, the first ever at women's 155, as Kayla goes to the full mount on Larissa Pacheco with a lot of time left here in round 2.
This has been a dominant performance by Kayla Harrison. This is a completely different Kayla. As she alluded to in her pre-fight interview, this is a much, much improved, much better Kayla Harrison.
Looking perhaps to set up an armbar attempt here.
High mount,
against the
high
cage.
mount now. Pacheco knows what she wants to do. She's doing her best to counter it. Nice scramble by Pacheco.
Back to her feet, Larissa Pacheco not out of trouble all the way yet. Kayla Harrison hanging heavy. And drags Pacheco down to the mat. Goes to the referee's position.
Hand control by Kayla Harrison. Keeping Pacheco in this position. Not allowing her to get hand control and find a way to her feet. She's got one hook in. Fence preventing her from securing that other anchor on the other side. Pacheco with some hand control. A wrist ride, far side wrist ride by Kayla Harrison.
So far, Kayla Harrison definitively in control of this fight, but this is where Larissa Pacheco's experience in the cage is paying off. You can see even with Kayla riding her, putting the leg in here for a hook. She's going 2-on-1 on the arm, trying to control posture, not panicking, remaining calm under pressure here.
Look at our fight tracker here. You can see that 86% of this fight has been taking place right here on the cage, and that's predominantly because of Kayla Harrison.
Kayla Harrison now takes the back of Larissa Pacheco. Trouble brewing here for the Brazilian with 90 seconds remaining here in round number 2.
A little turnabout is fair play. In the first fight, Larissa had Kayla in this position.
To the mount goes Kayla Harrison as Larissa Pacheco tries to scramble out. She's able to recover a half guard here. I know our friend Eve Edwards is screaming for underhooks in his hospital bed.
With his hoarse voice.
You got to get that far side underhook if you're Larissa Pacheco. She has to shoot her right arm through if she wants to control the body and, more importantly, get Kayla Harrison's weight off of her. Once again to the full mount, Kayla Harrison.
How about the patience of Kayla Harrison? She's not in a hurry here. She's got great position. She just continues to move, and improve that and find ways to damage and hope to find a way to put Larissa Pacheco out of this fight.
And there's some of that heavy grounded pound. It's not necessarily a lot of volume from the top from Kayla Harrison, but she chooses her shots well, and she's explosive in these tiny, tiny windows. Little 6, 8, 12-inch punches that pack a lot of heat behind them. It's rare to have that power on the ground. "15 seconds remaining here in round number 2. Larissa Pacheco once again spins around underneath the heavy pressure of Kayla Harrison. More grounded pound. Most of it blocked. Welcome back to 2019 PFL Championships. Our final belt being contested inside the PFL Smart Cage now. Sean O'Connell and Randy Couture here to observe and talk about the first ever women's lightweight championship. Larissa Pacheco representing Brazil in the black and gray. Kayla Harrison, the Olympic judo gold medalist, in the red. Kayla Harrison, Randy, has spent 50 minutes of mixed martial arts time in the cage in her career. 25 of those minutes have now been against Larissa Pacheco.
Wow, oh, there's the double again. She threw the right and then followed through right to the legs. Body lock, oh.
Pacheco able to counter the takedown attempt and end up on top, at least for now. Little three-quarter Nelson up here on top. Forcing the head of Kayla Harrison down.
Oh, big knee from that three-quarters as Harrison came up. Pacheco threw that big knee.
Brute strength on display there from Kayla Harrison. Not easy when your head is being forced into the mat to force your body weight and the body weight of an opponent all the way back to a standing position.
That is a ton of leverage from that three-quarter, and so to rear up with that yoke on your back is that's power.
Well, Kayla Harrison, we know she's a special athlete, not only from a physical standpoint, but her mentality, just the ability to grind through what it takes to become an Olympic champion, not once but twice. Can Larissa Pacheco find a way to counter that in this title bout? Up and down, and once again, Kayla Harrison on top in the guard of Larissa Pacheco. Brazilian closes her guard. Just over 3 minutes left in round number 3. Possible 5 in this 6th out of 6 championship bouts, PFL 2019 season. Randy, what does Kayla Harrison need to do to posture up and really put some heat on those strikes from the top?
I think clear her hands, get her head up, bring her hips in, and saddle like she's riding a horse. Saddle those legs of Larissa Pacheco. And then she can keep her head up and pick her shots. The fence is her friend right here. There's no angles for Larissa to escape out of. As long as she keeps her head down there in that nose-to-nose position, it's going to be hard to do a lot of damage.
See Pacheco trying to climb to a higher guard. There Kayla Harrison goes to that posture you're talking about, gets her feet instead of her knees
There's
on the mat.
Head.
Big left hand comes down, just misses there. Nice avoidance by Larissa Pacheco. Not a lot of room to move underneath. Inside the corner of Larissa Pacheco.
Don't let her gain the half guard.
need you to gain the side control. You need to gain the side control on this side, on the left side. Yep, that's it. Now get up.
Well, that left arm is the leverage point for Larissa Pacheco, as you heard her corner say. That's the underhook she needs. Got to turn to her right hip and try and get Kayla's weight off of her. Easier said than done. Nice left hand from the top there from Kayla Harrison. Hammer fist from the bottom there for Larissa Pacheco.
She's staying active from the bottom. She's making Kayla work for it for sure. I'd like to see her open her guard, start using those feet to create some scrambles. Those scrambles are what are going to be her way out off of the bottom.
Striking with both shoulder blades on the ground on your back, it's just impossible to generate enough power in most circumstances.
You can distract somebody and irritate them, but you're not really going to hurt them. And again, I think with that closed guard, opened it for a second, but then went right back to that closed guard.
Two more right hands there from Kayla Harrison.
35 seconds, and we're going to be in championship territory in this fight. I'm really anxious to see how these two operate in the 4th and the 5th round.
Larissa Pacheco calling for Kayla Harrison to come down into her guard. We've seen that movie so far, Larissa.
Yes, we have. I think, yeah, the up kick was what she was looking for. She wanted to come in and try to catch her coming in.
10 seconds remaining here in round number 3. Larissa Pacheco once again on her back. Round 4 next. 3 rounds down, potentially 2 more to go in the first ever women's lightweight title bout here in Professional Fighters League. Sean O'Connell and Randy Couture. 6 title bouts tonight. 5 of those have been already decided. $5 million checks have been distributed. The winner of this will take another one home and a belt to go with it. Larissa Pacheco representing Marituba, Brazil. Probably looking at a situation where she needs a finish, maybe down three rounds on the judges' scorecard.
I agree 100%. I don't see any way that it's not 3 rounds to 0 right now for Kayla Harrison. The takedowns have been dominating
Nice
the
right
position
hand.
and the scrambles. She's just dominated every single aspect of this fight.
Pacheco appears to have landed a right hand there, but you gotta follow it up. Combinations are going to be the only answer here.
Both of them moving very, very well. Neither one of them seem to be having any trouble with their conditioning or fatigue. Big left hand by Kayla. That just missed.
One thing that we've been waiting to see all year is, does Kayla get comfortable with her striking? Does she plant her feet and throw some big combinations? This might not be the time to do it with 3 rounds in the bag in a title bout, but she's moving her head.
There was that left hand again, and Larissa was able to counter off of it.
When Larissa Pacheco earned her spot in this final, she did it via upset over Sarah Kaufman, who is the #1 seed in our regular season, and she did it with good movement, long strikes, formidable right hand. If she can implement that against Kayla Harrison, we really don't know how Kayla handles striking damage, and we might not find out right now.
Beautiful setup to that double leg, travels, stays on her feet, keeps her feet moving, and runs her all the way through to the base of the cage. That was picture perfect.
Pacheco reaches over, tries to grab that Kimura. She'll try and isolate that arm, pull it out. Kayla Harrison defending properly, tucking the arm in, grabbing her inner thigh. Very, very tough submission to secure with someone as physically strong as Kayla Harrison. And back to the grind against the cage we go. Kayla throwing left hands from the top.
Kayla with Larissa's back. She has no anchor yet, but she's definitely secured that back position. That fence is working for her. She's keeping that pressure, keeping Pacheco pinned against that fence. And she sucks her back, trying to get an anchor in. There's one anchor. Pacheco's going to turn, keep her from getting that other anchor in on that far hip, that bottom hip.
Pacheco had the necessary underhook for a moment there, but Kayla Harrison wisely extricates her arm, regains control from the top position. Larissa Pacheco flat on her back once again, and you just can't make anything happen from here, Randy.
Very tough to do anything effective. She's got to create scrambles and find a way out from underneath Kayla Harrison, and that's no easy task.
You can make a legitimate case that Kayla Harrison is the best grappling sports athlete in the history of American sport. No judoka has ever won 2 Olympic gold medals before her. Now she's an undefeated mixed martial artist. Several submissions already under her belt.
That's male or female in this country. And she's really starting to chain wrestle and put things together and make nice transitions. There's Kayla's mother watching her daughter make history. I think the most impressive thing is how far Kayla's come in just 7 fights. And this is her 7th fight.
Yeah.
And look at the transition she's making. Look at all the different things that she's learning and adding. The tools that she's putting in that tool belt. And she's just going to get tougher and tougher and tougher and harder for these girls to deal with.
30 seconds left in round number 4. Larissa Pacheco running out of time to try and rally and get a finish over Kayla Harrison. The same, I suppose, could be said of Kayla Harrison. Nice sweep attempt there on that kick from the bottom for Larissa Pacheco. Back to her feet, she scrambled. Able to compromise the balance there of Harrison.
That surprised Kayla, but it just surprised me. I didn't see that one coming. She just shin kicked that foot right out of there.
4 rounds down, 1 more to go. This is the first ever women's title bout at 155 pounds. The first ever women's title bout with $1 million on the line. And our 6th $1 million title bout of the evening, Randy. It's the biggest night in MMA.
It sure is.
Sean O'Connell and Randy Couture here cage side for 5 more minutes potentially.
Not even an inkling of weariness or fatigue in Kayla Harrison. Larissa's showing a little wear from the time she spent on the bottom in 4 rounds of this fight now.
You can see the strike disparity there on the bottom. 104 strikes have landed for Kayla Harrison. Only 10 so far for Pacheco. Unable to get offense off because of the excellent wrestling, the timing, the entries of those Kayla Harrison takedowns.
There's another one coming too. You can see her setting it up. The head fake is there. She's going to wait for Larissa to expend one of those hands, and she's coming right under it.
Mike Brown called for a feint, left hand, and then a shot. So watch for that combination to come out of the corner. One thing we know about Kayla Harrison, she absorbs coaching very well. Left hand from Harrison, right hand from Pacheco. Neither landing with much force. Pacheco attempts that front kick. We've seen both women try that one in this fight. Scary proposition, lifting one leg off the ground against the grappler, the caliber of Kayla Harrison.
Moves her head, her footwork is great. She's making Larissa Pacheco chase her around a little bit. And that's going to lead her right into that double. There it is. Nice change. Nice job by Larissa. Change the angle of her hips.
Encouraging to avoid one of those takedown attempts.
Oh, good.
Can you build momentum? Nice 1-2 there from Larissa Pacheco. Will she get more aggressive in the striking here in the 5th and final round? Pacheco now striding forward. You saw that earlier tonight.
Nice sprawl by Pacheco. Kayla didn't set it up as well as she should have.
Pacheco on a front choke here.
Nice hand control by Kayla.
A 10-finger guillotine attempt there maybe for Larissa Pacheco, defended properly by Kayla Harrison. Coming up on 2 minutes remaining in this title bout. Pacheco still doggedly hanging on the neck of Kayla.
There was a cow catcher. She was trying to tip her over and put her on her back. Kayla gets out.
Kayla throws a left high kick to try on the exit, maybe deter more of that striking from Larissa Pacheco. Inside of 2 minutes now. Left hand from Kayla Harrison turning it up here.
Pacheco's pressing now, and she feels the urgency. And a minute 45 left in this fight, and she's got to have a finish.
She wants it, she's gonna have to throw.
Nice
big
headlock.
toss. Down goes Larissa Pacheco, Kayla Harrison on top.
A master in judo right there.
She wanted a finish in this fight. She has 90 seconds left to get it.
She's fighting a girl that has almost three times as many fights as her, and she's just been methodical and just unwound her and picked her apart in every situation.
Inside of 1 minute now, Pacheco running out of time to try and make a miracle happen. Kayla Harrison continuing her dominant run in the sport of mixed martial arts.
Kayla's gonna need to mount.
All the way to mount for Kayla Harrison. 40 seconds left. Left hand raining
She's gonna try
down.
and climb up to a high mount now. She's in a low mount. She's working her way up to high mount. Look for the isolated arm. You can see it coming. Pacheco knows. She's very, very good at keeping those arms out of the way of those hips.
Great job there to defend by Pacheco, but it's been defense the whole fight for Larissa. Nice.
There's an
smothering.
anchor. There's Reardon. She's got her back completely now. Oh, she lost her hook.
10 seconds left. There's the clapper. Kayla Harrison looks to improve to 7-0 in mixed martial arts and claim the first ever women's 155-pound championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. And the totals are 50-43, 50-45, and 50-45, all for the winner by unanimous decision. Your newest millionaire and the 2019 PFL Women's Lightweight Division Champion of the World, Kayla Harrison!
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, the belt presented by heavyweight champion of the world, Mike Tyson. And the $1 million check presented by PFL CEO, Pete Murray.
Oh my God, Mike Tyson's giving me my belt. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Pete. Thank you.
Kayla, great fight, amazing job. The double legs were spectacular.
Thank you.
Was that the game plan going in?
Yeah, you know, be smart, pick my shots, be patient on my feet. We know Larissa's tough. We know she's really good pretty much everywhere, but I'm better at grappling, I would say, and just had to watch out for that big right hand, which she caught me with a couple of times. I rolled my ankle or something in the second round, so that was a little bit of a setback, but that was the game plan. Patient, patient takedown.
Awesome. You want to say something to your mom?
Mama, I love you. We're millionaires.
Ladies and gentlemen, the lightweight champion of the world for the first time in mixed martial arts, Kayla Harrison.
Our tail of the tape for our 6th and final title fight is brought to you by Redcon One. Kayla Harrison is
4 years older than Larissa Pacheco. She is also 2 inches taller. Larissa Pacheco has a 3-inch reach advantage on the arms. A 4-inch advantage favors Kayla on the legs. Miguel Flores, one more time, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Hulu Theater at Madison Square Garden, it is now time for the PFL main event of the evening. And now it is for the 2022 PFL Women's Lightweight Championship. Introducing first in the blue corner, she is a BJJ specialist standing at 5 feet 6 inches tall. She weighed in at 154 1/4 pounds. With the record standing 18 victories opposite of 4 defeats, with 17 wins coming by way of stoppage. Fighting out of Marituba, Brazil, she is the #1 seed, and she was the 2019 PFL Women's Lightweight runner-up. Please welcome Larissa Pacheco. And now, introducing her opponent in the red corner, she is a judo specialist. Standing at 5 feet 8 inches tall, she weighed in at 154 1/2 pounds. Her record stands unbeaten, 15 victories with 12 wins coming by way of stoppage. Fighting out of Middletown, Ohio, she is the #2 seed. She is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist, a 2-time PFL Women's Lightweight Champion. Here is Kayla Harrison. And the referee is Keith Peterson.
Keith Peterson will oversee our main event, equipped with the ref cam. Kayla Harrison in the blue, Larissa Pacheco in the gray. Harrison in her southpaw stance, orthodox for Larissa Pacheco.
Pacheco in a very low stance, trying to gauge the distance with that lead hand, staying nice and low, looking to try to set up that right hand.
Great night of fights so far. This will cap it all off. 4 of our 5 title bouts already in the books have ended by knockout or TKO.
Certainly a much more tempered approach by Larissa Pacheco for this one than we've seen in the last 5.
Yeah, there's that right hand firing. Yep, and Kayla doing a good job of feinting her way in, showing a lot of different movements, trying to keep Pacheco guessing to disguise that takedown.
We've had a lot of conversations about the improvements of Larissa Pacheco. It's harder to highlight improvements when you're talking about someone who's undefeated and who's dominant, but Kayla Harrison does continue to improve every time we see her. Larissa wears a kick, shrugs up a level change there from Kayla Harrison.
Oh, look at that beautiful Osotogari there by Kayla Harrison.
Steps right across, dumps Larissa Pacheco to her back, defends the armbar attempt.
Just effortless when she hits those takedowns and that timing. It is the thing to watch.
That's a lifetime of experience that she's witnessed right there.
Yeah. And that's the thing, she has that ability to, if she fails on a double leg or a single leg, she goes upstairs, controls her upper body, goes for a judo throw or a trip.
I think it's the more traditional wrestling takedowns that we've seen the biggest improvement in her.
Yeah.
They are textbook now.
Yeah, it's given her yet another option or several more options for takedowns.
Harrison going to work with her left hand. Her ground and pound is always efficient and brutal.
Pacheco's got to open her guard. She's got to get her legs back in this fight, create a scramble, try and find a way to get back up. She can't afford to give away a round after round after round on her back.
Yeah, Pacheco electing to close the guard and throw some strikes from her back.
Now she's gone to butterfly. Now she's trying to get her legs in the fight. She's got to create a scramble.
Closes the guard again. Hammer fist from the back. Gonna be tough to put away. Oh, big right hand from Kayla on top.
Yeah, Kayla doing a great job of mixing in chipping shots with big shots. Rhythm changes, excellent position to keep Larissa pinned on her back.
Big left again from Kayla. Good hammer fist from the bottom for Larissa. But if you're trading one for one, being the person on the bottom is not always the best scenario.
Tough to generate a lot of power from your back. You can do that fairly well from your knees, but tough to do from your back.
Yeah, that's
right hand again. Solid punches from the top for Kayla Harrison.
Yeah, this is where Kayla Harrison wanted to box Larissa Pacheco. This is
exactly.
Put her on your back. I'll box you from here. How's that?
Absolutely correct. I love how she's keeping her posture, keeping her head up. She's not worried about laying down there, just keeping her on the mat. She's creating distance, creating space, and picking shots, and they're dandies.
Yeah, and with her head position over the head of Pacheco, she takes away a lot of the submission attempts that Pacheco can attempt. She's going for it, but she's just not going to get the position due to the posture of Harrison right here. Oh. A good guard retention from Pacheco, though. She's doing a good job of utilizing her frames and not allowing Harrison to get around a side control or even half guard.
Pacheco kicking at the legs of Kayla Harrison. Kayla responds in kind and comes down with a big left hand. And another. Now Kayla Harrison to the back of Larissa Pacheco.
Kayla doing a nice job. Keeping that posture, keeping those hips in, saddling into the back of those thighs of Larissa Pacheco. That's what allowed her to pass so easily.
Round one will come to a close with Kayla Harrison on the back of Larissa Pacheco. Round two of a possible 5 in our Women's Lightweight World Championship. Larissa Pacheco has not seen the second round in quite some time.
Ma'am, are you ready? Ma'am, are you
Kayla
ready?
Harrison
Fight.
in the blue, Pacheco in the gray. Pacheco in a southpaw stance, kicks the legs out from under Harrison and chases her with a flurry.
Yeah, took her leg out with that leg kick, almost like a foot sweep.
It's a sticky foot.
Yes.
And then,
oh, big left hand from Harrison.
Yeah, that was a great left hand.
High kick attempt there from Kayla.
This is where Kayla needs to get a little bit more patient, keep her composure, doesn't want to trade too much with someone like Pacheco. She's still going to be dangerous here early on.
Movement around the outside here for Kayla. Pacheco tries a low kick. Kayla moves out of the way. High kick attempt again from Kayla Harrison. She's gotten to a point where I think she's confident with that high kick. We see her throw it in almost every fight now.
she's probably landing that on some poor soul in the training environment. Nice double, nice level change. Good sprawl by Larissa.
Shoves the face of Kayla Harrison away. Survives that takedown attempt, at least for now.
It's a beautiful thing how she just transitions from upper body to lower leg attacks and back again to upper body. Just seamless.
Her mistake in the double was she stopped on her knees. That allowed Larissa to get that distance.
There's a single leg attempt here.
Nice, on the pipe, beautiful job.
Oh, Pacheco's on the neck.
Choke attempt.
Oh, get the top and north-south.
Kayla Harrison had to roll out of that choke attempt, and now Larissa Pacheco finds herself on top of the two-time champion. Side control here with an arm isolated between her legs.
She can't let Kayla get that underhook
here. Kayla's got the single now. She's going to circle towards that single, try and drive through the hips of Larissa. Larissa's got the whizzer, pulls her up. Now they're back to their feet. Nice job by Larissa Pacheco attacking the neck.
Yeah, absolutely. She almost set up a Darce choke there as well. Great grappling exchanges by both ladies here.
Pacheco relocated her camp for this season to American Top Team in Atlanta. Training with the Limas, Cow, some other MMA dignitaries up there.
Kayla digging for the body lock. Got her hands locked, tried to trip. Larissa steps out of it.
Still got that body lock.
Nice, gonna try the inside trip there. Went outside, now she's tried inside. Now Pacheco down on the legs.
And this is where Larissa's gonna have to manage clinching with her and then disengaging.
Nice slip by Kayla. Ducked her head right out of trouble there.
Larissa's looking a little tired here though, guys.
It is.
Big breath there from Larissa Pacheco. One of the things, she's changed her physical makeup, as we've noted many times this year. Put on a lot more muscle, leaned her frame out a lot, but with a lot more muscle, if you're not continually getting used to pushing all the way to your VO2 max and really building up that lactic acid, it's hard to manage when you got a bunch of new weight.
The 5 first-round knockouts hadn't helped her develop any of that, that's for sure.
And just from a comfort level, you know, not having been there mentally, it can mess with you a little bit. It's a blessing and a curse having a lot of early finishes.
Oh, right hand landed there for Pacheco. She caught Kayla coming in for a kick.
Best combination of the fight so far for Pacheco.
More right hands, and Kayla looks to be stumbled. She catches a kick. Oh, and throws a left hand back.
Pacheco now starting to throw with really bad intentions here.
Landed another right hand. She's got Kayla Harrison backing up.
Pacheco finding her range. There's a double, nice sprawl.
And another
second
shot.
effort by Kayla. One headlock now.
Oh,
comes out.
wow. Beautiful grappling exchanges there.
Little peek out by Pacheco to end up on top. Kayla captures the arm, trying to keep it from coming all the way around and establishing that top position.
Very short time here. Kayla's gonna try an armbar late. Pacheco spins out of it. And we will finish at a stalemate with Larissa Pacheco pounding away on the body of Kayla Harrison. Round 3, Kayla Harrison, the 2-time champion in the blue, Larissa Pacheco in the gray. Harrison coming in aggressively with strikes. Grabs a single. Pacheco with some big hammer fists. Harrison hanging heavy on this right leg of Larissa Pacheco.
Runs the pipe. Nice job by Harrison, running the pipe. Pacheco trying to kick her over. Scrambling, not conceding the position. Absolutely the right attitude.
And she's staying busy with those shots. Those are heavy shots from bottom.
Pounding away from the bottom.
Find a triangle.
Throw her leg up for a triangle. Kayla Harrison continuing to wrestle through some big-time impacts from those hammer fists.
Kayla trying to push that leg down, step up and over. Larissa Pacheco is onto it. She's shown some excellent guard retention, and she has stayed very busy off of her back, something you don't see against Kayla Harrison.
But now 4 minutes left in this round, and Larissa Pacheco is on her back. Kayla Harrison on top. We saw the heavy ground and pound in round number 1.
And this may very well... Sorry, Randy, go ahead.
Saw Pacheco get her legs into the fight earlier in this. She needs to get her legs back in the fight, create some space, create those scrambles, and find that way to get back up. She's done it twice.
Yeah, 100%, because this is only going to make Kayla that much more comfortable and allow her to settle in, pace herself, recompose, and land shots from this top position. And yes, Larissa is scoring from bottom, but again, you have gravity on your side. You have the ability to let your opponent carry your weight, and that takes its toll. But Larissa, wow! Triangle attempt here.
She's got
behind the arm step.
She's got a lot.
Cup does not have the arm across the front for Kayla Harrison yet, but she can still squeeze and finish.
She might be switching, transitioning to a shoulder lock from this position.
Trying to get that arm across.
Now trying to get that arm across.
Kayla's got posture now.
She can stand straight up, Randy, and keep her head above her hips. She can escape, but those are some strong legs from Larissa Pacheco.
Larissa Pacheco squeezing away, trying to get Kayla Harrison's left arm across her own body to finish this triangle choke.
It's getting a little bit tighter here.
She's tightening it up for sure.
Yeah.
Working that arm across. Kayla better start figuring out how to get out here. She's postured again. She slipped it. She's almost out.
She needs to stand up. She needs to go right to her feet and stand
Swim in
right
with
up.
that other arm.
Larissa trying to transition to an arm lock now. Kayla's going to get out of it. Now transition to omoplata. Kayla just circling all the way around, which is the proper escape.
And that is a big effort from Larissa Pacheco. How much gas did that take out of the tank?
That took a lot.
Well, this may very well come down to conditioning here, guys.
Kayla Harrison
now.
Facing more adversity than we've seen in 15 pro fights so far, but passing the test.
Now in half guard with an underhook. She's trying to advance position.
Kayla Harrison looking for mount, trying to slide that knee through. Larissa Pacheco binding in, locked down, full mount now for Kayla Harrison.
With almost 90 seconds left in this third round.
Will she take the risk and go for the arm bar?
Larissa needs to be careful to not extend those arms too much. She's trying to frame on the face of Kayla Harrison. Kayla doing a good job of grapevaining her legs and getting posture.
Kayla binding away, bringing that forearm across the cheek, making Larissa's life miserable there.
She's setting up an arm triangle here.
Trying to get the arm triangle.
Larissa gets her arm back in a position. Smart decision there from Larissa.
Kayla Harrison chipping away on top. Still in the mount.
High mount now. Raining down shots.
Will it be enough?
19 seconds.
Larissa punching from mount here.
Larissa trying to use the fence.
Final 10 seconds of this third round. Kayla will finish this one on top. We'll head to the championship round. A championship decision loss for Larissa Pacheco in 2019. A regular season loss for Larissa Pacheco. They'll try to avoid the scorecards here.
Oh, nice right hand, left hand actually from Kayla. Level change and right into that left hand.
Larissa Pacheco appears to have got some wind back on the stool. Right hand lands as Kayla throws a kick. Harrison presses forward.
And it's those little exchanges, it's that kind of defense that's going to add to the confidence level of Larissa Pacheco as this fight moves on. But my goodness, it's been back and forth, a lot of action. How is her conditioning here as we are into the fourth round?
I think if we ever had a question of whether she could take a punch, Kayla Harrison's proved that.
Yeah.
She can definitely take a shot.
And Kayla has
nice double,
big
keeps her
shots
head
as well.
moving this time. Runs out of room.
And now Larissa Pacheco tries to grab the front choke here.
Kayla's got her hands, she's got her wrists, so she's got her neck protected. Nice job of keeping her feet moving across the cage that time to finish the double. She run out of real estate.
Yeah, and for Larissa, she really should have fallen to the side that Kayla's head is on. That's what's going to allow you to either get a sweep or finish that choke. She went to the wrong side. Kayla defending that beautifully.
She's got her leg back now. She's going to go back the quarter. She's going to stand up.
Nice work by Pacheco to get back up and a
Kayla right back in.
Good sprawl though from Larissa Pacheco. You got Kayla stuck under her for now. hanging heavy.
And Larissa had her opportunity, Sean, to break away and disengage. Oh, she's now trying to attack the back. Look at this.
Larissa Pacheco trying to set up a rear naked choke here.
Kayla hung on to that single too long. It's a lot of energy to spend, especially in the 4th round. She let go of the single that allowed Larissa to spin behind.
And Larissa should transition to top position here.
She's kind of on the side, and Kayla spins out.
Yep.
It's on top into the guard.
She hung out there for a little bit too long.
Which happens when you're tired, and we're in the championship rounds.
Oh, and look at this. Larissa fighting back to her feet. What a fight.
Somebody's hair bands have come out.
Yeah, it's got to be Kayla's.
Yeah, that's true.
Pacheco keeping her hand down on the mat, preventing Kayla's ability to throw knees from this position.
Kayla should sprawl, pull Larissa to her knees. Sprawl back, pull her down, jangle to her knees, and she might be able to attack that neck. She's going to try and step across again. There you go, sprawl hard, pull her down. Nice, that's nice work right there.
Larissa's smart to stay close to the cage, trying to use it as a block or a wall here, but I think Kayla's got the angle on her.
Kayla's got one hook in, she had to let it out. Nice job by Pacheco getting back to her feet.
Yep.
Tripoding up.
At one point, the live odds in this fight were a minus 1450 for Kayla Harrison. They may have gone higher, I might just not have noticed. Now, look at that switch.
Switch attempt by Pacheco.
And Larissa has fought her way back all the way to minus 350. It was lower than that just a minute ago. Now she's on top.
Wow. Wow.
Larissa Pacheco in side control here. Kayla Harrison flat on her back.
And she was saying a lot of people are sleeping on my jiu-jitsu and my ground skills. And she's using it tonight here against Kayla. Has had some beautiful reversals and attacks.
Pacheco trying to set up an arm triangle here.
Less than 1 minute in this 4th round.
A lot of people wrote off Larissa Pacheco tonight. They said it was going to be a cakewalk for Kayla Harrison. And they have been proven wrong.
Take a look at the ghost cam here.
Oh, Kayla out the back door, almost.
Pacheco going to work on the body, heavy right hands, as she tries to maintain top position for the final 30 seconds of this round.
Tell you what, Pacheco's still hitting very hard.
There's a big right on the separation. Pacheco still chasing down the big strike.
Nice double leg by Kayla Harrison. Use the forward momentum of Pacheco to get in deep. Can she finish it? A lot of gas been used in this fight into the 4th round.
But still fighting hard.
Yeah.
And we will head to the 5th and final round. The algorithm says round 3 goes to Harrison and round 4 goes to Pacheco. FPR says 2-2, Kenny.
Oh. Did Pacheco threaten you? I think she came over.
I believe she
said
did.
something in Portuguese. I want to knock you out.
That's fine with me. Just keep fighting the way you've been fighting. This is what we signed up for in the first PFL pay-per-view. Pacheco landed one on the exit there.
Tell you what, Pacheco did her homework for this one. And Kayla has shown tremendous toughness and conditioning here.
For someone who took a lot of heat for being quote-unquote untested in her career, I think Kayla Harrison can leave that behind after tonight. Larissa Pacheco has given Kayla everything she can handle, and she has answered the call as she enters for another takedown attempt.
Pacheco doing a good job of checking the hips of Kayla Harrison so far. Now putting Harrison's back up against the cage. But these are the situations where you'd like to see her get head position and disengage, because that's what's going to happen if you hang out in the clinch for too long with Kayla.
Kept those double overhooks. I saw the step across coming, trying to create that salto. and throw Pacheco to the mat. Pacheco did a great job of countering. Not a lot of people are going to counter that.
No.
She got right back up. Kayla Harrison still has her hands locked around over-under on Larissa Pacheco's body. Now pressing the Brazilian to the cage.
Nice re-pummel by Pacheco.
She's landed a couple nice knees up the middle.
Nice mixing of her strikes there from Kayla Harrison.
Hammer fist from the top here. Larissa Pacheco going to work again. Still a lot of spice on every one of her strikes.
Second and third efforts by Kayla to try and finish this takedown. Taking a lot of hammer fists. Head outside single now.
Hanging heavy on this attempt, and Larissa Pacheco is making her pay for it. Almost halfway through round number 3. Can Kayla Harrison finish this takedown?
Round number 5, buddy.
Excuse me, round number 5.
Kayla trying to finish this crackdown, but that sprawl is nasty for Pacheco as she tries to take over.
It's a lot of gas under somebody holding on to that leg for that long.
And this is where you got to wonder, why is Pacheco engaging here? Why isn't she just trying to get back to her feet?
Because she's got the far side wrist right. She's got control of the defense, at least half of it from Kayla. And now she's going to work.
But this is where we've seen Kayla escape and get on top from this position.
And now again, Pacheco too much to the side.
Body triangle. Oh,
Kayla's going to get on top here. Kayla's going to get on top. This is what I'm talking about.
Kayla got her hips up before she could lock that in.
A bad decision there by Pacheco. Kayla just so feisty, looking for that top position.
Larissa Pacheco continues to fight off of her back.
Using her legs. Trying to keep that space.
Oh, nice frame there by Pacheco.
Inside 90 seconds now. Can Pacheco work herself back to her feet or to a top position? Harrison grinds her way into the guard of Larissa Pacheco. Look at that. We're at even money on the live betting odds right now.
Oh,
wow.
With 1 minute remaining in this championship fight in the 5th round.
Wow. Amazing fight.
Pacheco trying to frame away, trying to set up a triangle choke here. Kayla's aware of it. She has good head position here.
Pacheco taking one last breath before the final 30 seconds. And then she goes to work with the hammer fists again.
I tell you what, it's going to be hard to score this fight because Pacheco has been very effective and aggressive off of her back.
She sure has.
She's landed more off of her back in this round at least than Kayla has from the top, even as Harrison puts one over with the right hand. And now the lockdown from Larissa Pacheco.
Yep, and she's got that arm across with Kayla.
Squeezing it down on the two-time champion. We'll go to the final bell. An incredible women's lightweight world champion.
Wow.
Bout. Larissa Pacheco and Kayla Harrison hug it out after an epic battle. And Miguel Flores has the official
Ladies
decision.
and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges are in agreement, 48-47 for your winner by unanimous decision. And now, the 2022 PFL Women's Lightweight Champion, Larissa Pacheco!
Coming out of it.
Larissa Pacheco just pulled off one of the biggest upsets in the history of our sport. The belt around Larissa Pacheco's shoulder. PFL CEO Pete Murray and President of Fighter Operations Ray Sefo, and a $1 million check for Larissa. Larissa Pacheco, a lot of this crowd is stunned right now by the upset, but you're not surprised, are you?
Larissa, muita gente aqui está surpresa, mas eu imagino que você não.
Ah, eu sabia que que eu ia lutar hoje essa noite contra todo mundo, mas eu queria dizer muito obrigado, porque assim eu conquisto vocês da melhor maneira mostrando meu trabalho.
I knew today I was fighting not just Kayla, but everyone in here. So I'd like to thank everyone, because in putting this performance, I earned my trust. I earned fans putting in my work.
Larissa, you've been part of the PFL, grinding away for this exact opportunity. What does it mean to you to be holding that belt and $1 million?
O que significa para você? Você está aqui já há tanto tempo procurando a sua oportunidade. O que significa para você estar com esse cinturão e esse cheque na sua frente?
Ah, significa a realização de um sonho, a realização aí de uma carreira que já não é de hoje, né? Eu comecei tendo 16 anos de idade e poder chegar hoje num grande momento desse, ganhando um grande prêmio, fazendo o que eu amo, não tem nenhum tipo de explicação.
It's the culmination of a career. It's the culmination of a dream. I dedicated my life to this sport. I started at the age of 16. To be able to have this belt on my shoulder and this check in front of me, it means the world to me.
You're only 28 years old. You have a ton of experience, and now you have a world championship. This journey has been incredible. You've made it through a season, and you're now the world lightweight champion. How does that sound?
Você é nova, 28 anos, já entendeu? São temporadas aqui com a PFL, agora campeão do mundo. Como é que está se sentindo? Como é que isso soa na sua cabeça?
Só que eu ainda tenho mais uns anos para trabalhar aí, para melhorar. Foi uma grande luta. Eu a respeito demais. Ela é uma grande atleta. E como ela disse uma vez, como eu motivo ela a ser melhor, ela me motiva a ser melhor.
I mean, this is, like I said, it's a culmination of a great career. This belt just motivates me to work even harder. I got a lot more to do in this sport, and just like Kayla said before, I've always made her a better competitor. Well, she's always made me a better competitor, and she drove me to this moment right now.
Congratulations, Larissa Pacheco, women's lightweight world champion and $1 million winner, and she says the new queen.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Francis Ngannou. Subscribe now to the PFL MMA YouTube channel.